And now we are going to talk about layer styles. In this file we have 5 circles. Each circle is put on a separate layer. We have circle 1, 2, 3 up to 10. Okay? We're gonna start with circle 1. We click on circle 1, and to add a layer style, simple. We go to this button, we click, and we're gonna start with bevel and emboss so you can see what it does. We click, and now we have this new window, and you can already see the change that happened in this circle. Now I'm gonna play around. I'm gonna change the options of the bevel and emboss. I'm gonna play around with depth, size, soften the angle and all that, and you're gonna see in real time what changes are happening in the circle. I'm not gonna talk much. I just want to show you what kind of effect you can have with the bevel and emboss. Now it looks like a button, like a 3D button. Once you finish, you click on OK, and now, as you see here, there's effect and bevel and emboss. You can click on the eye to unsee it, click again, and you can see it. We move on to circle number 2. Same thing, layer style, same button. Now we're gonna add stroke. We're gonna see what happens. Now there is a stroke around the circle. Change the size, position. It can be inside or outside or in the center, depending on what you want. You can change the blending mode, the opacity, just like that, and of course the color of the stroke. You can make it red, for example. You can make it green. Choose any color you want. Once you're finished, you click on OK, and now there is an effect on circle 2. Move on to circle 3. This time we're gonna add an inner shadow. I think it's self-explanatory. You can see the shadow inside the circle. I'm gonna play around with these options. Distance, choke, size. Now it looks like a 3D ball. It has the same effect as a 3D object. Noise. And once you're finished, you click on OK. Now you have the effect applied. Move on to circle 4. I'm gonna choose inner glow. Let's change the opacity. Can change the noise. Change the size. Range. And once you're finished, click on OK. And let's move on to circle 5. This time we're gonna choose Saturn. And you can see what kind of effect it did there. You can change the opacity, just like that. You can change the angle, distance, size. And once you're finished, click on OK. Circle 6. This one. We're gonna choose color overlay. And what this does, it just changes the color of the object selected and applies a new color. For example, you can choose the color green, click OK. We can play around with the opacity and click OK, and now it has a new color. Circle 7. I'm gonna choose gradient overlay. You're gonna see what it does. Now there's a gradient inside this circle. We can change it. There are many options to choose from. You can choose this one, for example. It goes from this color to this color. There are many options to choose from, or we can simply select this color and create our gradient with the colors we select. Click OK. We can change the opacity, of course. We can change the angle. We can change it from linear to radial to diamond. You can see the effect and what's happening. Go back to linear. We can change the scale, just like that, and click OK. Circle 8. Pattern overlay. And it's self-explanatory. It applies a pattern, which is here inside the object, and there are options to choose from. For example, this one or this one, this one. And of course, the options are limited here, but we can add our own image, any image we want, and we can apply it as a pattern. That's also an option, and we can do that. We can change the opacity, of course, change the scale, change the angle, and once we're done, click OK, and now it's applied. Move on to circle 9. Outer glow. You can guess what it does. Can't see it now because the glow is white and the background is white, but if we change the color, let's choose blue, and now you can see there's a blue glow. You can choose orange, same color as the circle. Now there's an orange glow. It looks like sun. You can increase, decrease the opacity, spread. You can play around with that. The size of the glow, the range. And once we're done, click on OK, and now we have the glow effect. Circle 10, the last one. Drop shadow, and you can see what it does. Now there is a shadow around the circle. We can change the opacity, we can change the distance of the shadow. You can see what's happening, the spread, the size of the shadow. We can make it like this or like this, depending on the effect we want to create. And once we're done, we click on OK. We can, at any time, go back and make some changes to the effect by double clicking on effect, and now this window reappears and we can make our changes. We can change the opacity of the drop shadow just like this and click OK. We can apply more than just one effect. Double click, and let's say we're gonna add an inner glow and a drop shadow and a color overlay and a pattern and bevel and emboss. We can apply as many effects as we want and then click OK.